Good evening. We're going to be talking about general driving habits to help you pass your road test. I made a promise to my students, and I want to keep that promise. If you don't know who I am, I'm a state certified instructor. I teach teens and adults. I've been teaching driver's ed 21 years. It's a blessing, it's a great opportunity. So, this evening, I wanted to talk about some of the habits that you need to develop to pass your road test. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's talk about a search pattern. Okay. When you're driving, you want to look left, you want to look middle, you want to look right. You've got to scan, you've got to see what's going on. Your DMV tester, road tester will definitely be expecting you to look around, to scan, and to see what's going on. Next, you want to be able to check your blind spot. That is over your shoulder. If we were driving a car making a lane change to the left, you got to look over your left shoulder. If we're making a lane change to the right, it's mirror, turn signal, blind spot. Look over your shoulder, check to see what's going on. You have to actively do that. Next is railroad crossings. You've got to look left, right, and left before you go over the railroad track. You could be marked down. Next, let's continue. You've got to have eye movement. And a lot of students just are scared to look around. Look around and see. You got to be able to see the small picture as well as the big picture, right? If it's a lot of heavy traffic, you're going to have cars coming left and right. You're going to have pedestrians walking around. So you as the driver, you have to know what's going on and you have to make active decisions. Let's talk about speed control and braking control. A lot of beginner drivers stare at the speedometer too much. Do not stare at the speedometer. Aim high. Look ahead, scan to see what's going on. Next, beginning drivers tend to frequently hit that brake too hard. Always hitting the brake, always tapping the brake. You as a driver, you do not want to continuously tap that brake. You want to make sure that you can have adequate space. Let's continue. You want to go to a full, complete stop. You don't want to have rolling stops. That's definitely a way to fail, and you will lose points. Also, know the rules of the right-of-way. The first car to get there is the first car to leave. Understand those basic rules, and you'll be fine. Let's talk about direction and space control. You want to make sure you cancel your turn signal once you make a turn, okay? And also, you're making lane changes. You got to cancel that blinker. This confuses drivers. Next, you want to talk about proper lane tracking. You want to stay in the nearest lane. If you're making a right turn, the nearest lane is to the curb. If it's a multiple right turn lane, whatever lane you start in, it's the lane you need to end. When you're making a left turn, if it's a single lane left turn, right by the double yellow. Make sure you understand about those left turns. Make sure you turn into the nearest lane. Whatever lane you turn into, that's the lane you need to finish with. Right? You want to slower traffic stays to the right. If you can't keep up your speed, you're going to have to move to the right. You don't want to be in the middle lane or the far left lane if you can't keep up with the flow of the traffic. I'm not talking about speeding. I'm talking about maintaining a safe, comfortable speed, not over the speed limit. Also, you want to make sure that you use the proper clutch. You don't want to surge the car. You don't want to lunge the car. You want to have beautiful control of your vehicle. Let's talk about poor lane tracking. A lot of beginning drivers tend to drift to the right, off to the shoulder, or off to the left. Aim high and look ahead. Let's talk about steering control. You don't want to palm the wheel. If you palm the wheel, you're going to end up losing control. This is palming the wheel. If you palm the wheel, you're going to lose control. Hand over hand into the turn and hand over hand out of the turn. I know different instructors in different places around the world, hand to hand. There are different methods, but the bottom line is you do not want to have your fingers on that airbag, okay? You want to make sure that you're not shuffling the wheel. And this is shuffling the wheel because you won't be able to make a smooth, consistent turn, which is very important. Next, a non-controlled steering. You have to always maintain proper control of your vehicle. That is extremely important that you have great control of your vehicle. You want to make sure you're stopping behind the stop line. That is that thick white line. You want to stop behind the stop line. And then after you look and check, if you're making a turn, you want to look, check oncoming traffic, look left, right, and left. And then you turn into the nearest lane, always yielding for pedestrians and cars that are already in the existing intersection. Okay. Let's talk about timing. A lot of beginning drivers lack timing and meaning making that maneuver. They either signal too early, signal too late, they brake too early, they brake too late. Timing is critical to make sure you can have smooth right turns, smooth left turns, lane changing, proper maneuvering. Okay. Yielding, always yield a right of way to pedestrians, whether they're in the middle of the street or on the sidewalk. Yield to pedestrians, give them the right of way. I just want to give you a quick analysis of some of the elements that you're going to face for general driving habits to pass your road test. If you find this brought you value, give it a thumbs up, share it, and leave some comments. I definitely read all the comments, and I want to say thank you for all the support. And I'll be on tomorrow, and I will have some surveys on the site. Thank you so much. Bye.